They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out.
All week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here we go! Brand 38!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the busted contact. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
He'll drop to throw. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you.
Try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
They'll look to throw here on first down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Here we go! White 90! White 90!
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Forced out to his left. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but he'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be incomplete as well. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Come on, let's go! What? None?
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow...
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and hits Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, a 14-yard touchdown. To throw here. Dumps it off to Fournette. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Let's go!
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Here's Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Let's go. What?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars add on.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.